Hey guys, it's Tom and Leslie. We're going to be talking about some fading or design style no-nos. Is that your best side? I'm trying to figure out. Is that good? Okay. You want to change chairs or anything? All right. So we just wanted to make this kind of a game where she says one, I say one, or I say one, she says one. And we'll just go over the topics relatively quickly. We may want to stop on a few if we're just kind of needing to describe it. So my first one will be the microwave over the range. You don't put it there, you put it into the island, or you put it at counter height.
Perfect. And the super over colorful granite, like tiger stripes kind of thing.
Honey oak cabinets in the kitchen. Honey oak cabinets anywhere, just no, please, no more honey oak.
Dare I say builder gray.
Valances.
Ugh.
Like valances, you know, the part that goes up above the curtain.
When was that ever good?
Maybe it's been a while. Go ahead.
Accent walls. Mm-mm.
Pillows on the couch with the same upholstery that's on the couch. They're not accent pillows, they're matching pillows. No.
Open concept.
I like open concept still, but okay, whatever. So if you don't have open concept, then what do you have? Like a formal dining room or something?
So I guess what this came out of is the COVID thing where people are all at home and they have no private spaces except for bedrooms. They want to have, you know, one's on Zoom here for school and one's on Zoom here for a meeting. And they're like, there's no privacy.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if I'm on board for that one. TV above the fireplace, I think Leslie and I both agree.
I've never liked that.
You just don't.
You don't have two focal points at the same.
And maybe the TV shouldn't be a focal point. You don't need.
Oh, it's
Come
not
on.
for me, but it is for.
Tell them about your TV. It's not even in. Come on.
Not even in the living room.
Not even there. That's hard right there. So I kind of agree.
No, you need to have a den or a family room. That's where it goes.
Artificial plants.
Actually, I might have a TV in the kitchen.
Excuse me.
I know that might be weird.
Artificial plants. Can we move on?
Yes.
Okay, next.
Barn doors.
Ooh, that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. I think you're right, though. I think they're out. How about...
Or at least they're moving that way very quickly.
How about matching sets of furniture where your bedroom has this matching set, right? So the headboard and the footboard and all that, it matches the nightstands, it matches the dresser. That's out. That's just so...
Or even couch, love seat, chairs, that kind of thing.
Your turn.
Minimalism
is kind of becoming, I think it's giving way to this idea of eclecticism, where you have
we've heard this word recently, maximalism.
We've heard boho. Boho, where each item is like a special thing that you go find and has its own meaning to you. And it has this bohemian feel, right? So minimalism is becoming sidelined in favor of this eclecticism. I don't know if I go for that myself, but apparently that is a trend now. It's hard to say minimalism is out because minimalism will always be, I think, surviving in any design period. I think there's going to be people that are minimalists.
Well, that's true for maximalists too. There's always going to be those people who love stuff.
Okay. Well, there are styles that I think, I just don't know if you're going to really see them continuing and existing. How long is, I don't know, trying to think of one that would be just really just rarely built as a current style, let's say from the ground up. If you're going to build a home, you're not going to build a Victorian home right now. Probably not. So that's going to be unusual. But a minimalist home, yes, you're going to see those homes be built continuous. Anyway, we don't need to have this argument right now. So white kitchens.
I have a hard time with that because I think that white will always stand the test of time.
But maybe not as prevalent.
Right.
Some
people are going to go away from it because now they want to see
sites,
color again.
some people are
because
saying
it's been white and gray for a
it's
little
maybe starting to diminish. Maybe they're going to want some accent tile on the.
while. And what color do we hear is becoming a thing now?
Green. Green is becoming a big deal. But how about those accent tiles now you're seeing behind the range, maybe under the range hood vent and above the range, right? You're seeing the geometric designs where people are bringing in a little bit of color and accent tiles and geometry, and it's saying, oh, we want some personality, we want some life in here other than just white, right? So that's
gray.
becoming a thing. How about fast furniture?
Yeah, just like fast fashion.
So explain fast furniture real quick in case anybody doesn't know what that is.
Well, I mean, if you've heard of fast fashion, it's the same kind of thing where, you have this super cool trend that everybody wants to follow, whether it's in clothing or in the home.
Don't you think IKEA would fall into that category?
Yeah, it gets copied.
I think IKEA furniture is going to be just so over with unless they change their approach.
Well, they've been around for a long time, and they're always going to have their certain people.
Talk about minimalism.
In certain
IKEA
times of their life, having to purchase from places like that.
Yeah, but the look could be more organic. It doesn't have to be so just prefab looking with just right the particle board with the fake veneers and stuff. I don't know if that's going to continue on.
Right. So finishing with the fast furniture.
She interrupts me all the time. I can't help it. She won't let me finish. I try to move on, you guys.
It's more like finding things that have meaning and keeping them for a longer period of time.
Yeah, maybe how often does really IKEA furniture have a meaning to you?
Like, no, but that's doesn't. What I'm saying. So IKEA, out. Okay. That's what they're saying.
Faux anything. Faux painted. When you try to create a finish that's fake, basically.
Fake plants. Vegan leather.
Vegan leather. Oh, you're gonna get letters on that one. I think it's more along the lines of faux artistry, like you do, let's say, a faux finish on a piece of pottery or on a piece of wood or something. Try to make it look like something else, right? You do a sponge texture or something and do a faux finish. Yeah. Probably not going to be a thing right now. Mid-century modern. That's going to really strike a chord with people. Mid-century modern, I think there's another one coming up that's going to be sensitive for people. Should I just say it now?
Yeah.
Farmhouse. Farmhouse was popular not just with flipper flop or the style. It was fixer upper.
Yeah.
Fixer upper. Oh boy, I'm going to get in so much trouble. Fixer upper really popularized this idea of the farmhouse furnishings, the rustic decor from the farm and all that. But there was many HGTV shows that probably popularized that, and it's really waning now. And you see the little Target section that was allocated to Chip and Joanna, and now it just keeps shrinking down. So I think it's just it was really, really big for a while. It was a big splash, and now it's just
that's the way things go.
When things are sometimes over popularized, overused, overdone, maybe people just get tired of it just as fast. I think it's your turn. I've been saying like everyone, so you need to go.
Let's see. So, slip covers.
Slip covers. Ooh, like a slip cover on a sofa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's self-explanatory. I'm going to go to dark colors. We're seeing dark kitchens are out. The dark wood. I'll just go ahead and throw in kitchens that involve, let's say, pine with tile. Kitchens that maybe a dark walnut with a white tile or something along those lines. it's just not going to be in fashion right now. It's not going to be a good interior design trend to continue with a dark wood in the kitchen. I think it's just heavy and it's not bright and it's not a happy atmosphere where you want to entertain in the kitchen and you see all this kind of these heavy dark colors. I think it needs to be brightened up a little bit.
Oversized leather couches. I think those have been out for a while.
How about oversized any couches? It's just like, oh my goodness, that's just too much.
Or overstuffed. Yeah.
A hard one for me, I think, is going to be the tufted headboard, because in our staging company we use these quite frequently, but there's a time coming now where the tufted headboard, which used to have this feeling of kind of glam, right? And now it's just becoming kind of like, well, that's kind of what a mattress looks like when it's tufted. But I think the tufted headboard was really happening and really fun and gave a lot of life to the room, right?
Different.
It was different.
Everybody
Now
wants.
it's just kind of, but again, a tufted headboard is nothing new. I mean, a tufted headboard would have been probably popular in the 1800s, right? Like a saloon or a boudoir or something. You're going to see all the upholstered surfaces, even walls that are upholstered. I mean, that's just so old and done, and it was revived, and now it's back probably on the way out. So your turn.
White or black appliances. I know there's like a new black that's coming out.
Yeah, I think you
So it's not the same
you
thing.
could have, okay, let's just go through the appliances spectrum. So remember, maybe you don't remember, but avocado green was a thing. Harvest gold. You saw appliances in all these crazy colors. Then it was kind of like, well, let's make the appliances white. That'll fix the problem. Now it's probably trending towards stainless steel, and there are some colors. Probably the highest and the very best look is when you don't see the appliances at all, where you just have everything that's cabinet depth and your cabinet finish is on the appliances themselves. Yes, prohibitively expensive, I get it. So if that's not the option, then we'll go with the stainless steel. Your
I
turn.
don't know if I'm really a fan of that, but
Is it your turn or my? No, I guess it's my turn.
no, it's yeah, it is your turn.
I don't think we need to explain wicker furniture. We all know what that is. Don't do it. Next.
Mass-produced rugs.
Mass-produced rugs. Yeah, where do you go? You go to Home Depot and there's a big stack of rugs in there, right?
Yeah.
And you just pick one off the top or something. So they're pretty easy to tell when it's got that pattern, and you've seen them a dozen times, and it's just overused and kind of becomes like a cliche or something. How about Hollywood mirror lights, the light bulbs, the white bulbs, or just bulbs in general that are flanking your bathroom mirror, right? Kind of like you're in makeup for a Broadway show. Don't do that. Don't do that in your bathroom. Next.
Word art.
What kind?
Word art.
Word art. You might need to explain that.
Well, it just became like a thing to like put eat in your kitchen or your dining room, or like describing the place.
Glass blocks, sometimes found in architectural walls, or especially in bathrooms, the glass bricks you've seen. They're still using them here in the area where we are, Arizona. Really a design blunder. It looks like it's trying to be this TV show called Miami Vice back from the 80s or something. It's like glass blocks are just so pathetically out of style. And they just date a bedroom or a bathroom to the point where you just don't even want to take a shower in there. It's pathetic. So, sorry, don't do that, guys.
So ceiling fans.
Ceiling fans.
Apparently a no-no. Ever.
Don't do ceiling fans. I know it's efficient and it does create quite a good function. Try to use the cooling system that's already installed with your home. There are whole house fans if that's an option. If you're doing a remodel, put in a whole house fan instead. If you have to absolutely it's a must to have that ceiling fan. Then try to choose something that is less ornate, something that has very little flourish or any kind of decor to it. You just want it to be very simple. Ceiling fan. Try not to
Probably
have
without
ceiling fans.
lights.
I know they are efficient, and if you have to have that function, then just pick one that's really simple. Bed skirts, couch skirts, skirts on armchairs. Don't do that. Ever. Just don't. If you want to be a lady and wear a skirt, okay, I think that's still okay, but don't put skirts on your furniture. What else we got?
Antique style lights.
Antique style lights. Sure. Like, you mean hurricane lamps and lamps that used to look like kind of like the old oil lamps where you had to turn up the oil on the wick and all that to get your flame in there? Yeah, don't do that. Let's see. We're looking. I have a list here. Let's see. Chevron. Chevron is a style. It's that like that
design. It's like
right. It has the peaks and the valleys. Right. Chevron. Don't put a chevron pattern in your room. In fact, don't do an accent wall at all. Accent walls are gone. They used to. You paint a room white and then do one wall a different color, or do a chevron pattern. Just no.
Yeah.
Don't do that. What else we got?
Do we get to move on to your personal?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number one, I think one of your top dislikes in home design is
a curb and a shower. This is a tough one because if you already have a home with a curb in the bathroom and the shower, the curb is there because if there's any kind of a clog in your shower drain, it could overflow into the bathroom and begin to go beyond that. Now that argument doesn't really make that much sense to me because the curb is only 3 or 4 inches, and if your shower is flooding, it's gonna flood. It could fill up beyond the 3 inches, I guess. So there's that. Maybe you have a little bit of protection for that reason, but when you have a curbless shower, a shower that is seamless from the bathroom floor right into the shower, that is a feeling of luxury like you have not felt or seen. It is just the way to do it. It is just a fantastic method of doing a shower transition. If you can figure out a way not to have a shower door, that is even a step up from that. That I would be friends with you now. I would admire you. I would highly esteem you if you did not have a shower door and you did not have a curb in your shower. That would be just you've made it in life now.
Okay, so you have a couple more. So
where'd you go? Come on
sorry. Posts.
Okay, good. Yeah, I could have probably thought of that. So you'll see homes sometimes with a support post right in the middle of a room or flanking a hallway or something like that. It doesn't matter to me whether it's a structural post or whether it's there for decor. You'll see sometimes like a Roman capital, a Roman or a cap on top of the post to create this a Roman or I'm thinking like a Corinthian look to make a home look more regal or something. It doesn't work. Okay, you have a tract house. All right, you have a house that's cookie cutter and the neighbors have one too, and a bunch of people got Roman columns put into their homes and to make it look more regal, and it looks cheesy because when you try to do regal, something that was like a Palladian detail from the Roman era that was later brought into the colonial era in the United States, like Monticello, where Jefferson built his beautiful home there, and he's got these beautiful columns, right? Well, that was a period where that was something really new and interesting and special to bring that into a colonial era home, to have this grand and beautiful, almost royal feel to it. For a splendid and luxurious home, a sprawling home, a historical home, sure, but not an attract home, okay? So if you don't understand the problem there, then imagine yourself in a lean-to or a shack in the woods with Roman columns on it, okay? I'm just trying to make a point. Like, why would you put gold plating on tree bark? Okay, you just okay. Roman columns are so okay. I'm kind of getting off track here, but I don't like posts in the middle of the house. Like, if you don't know how to engineer the house so that you don't have to have posts in the middle of it, then you got a problem there. You put a bigger beam across so you don't have to have these posts interrupting the flow of things. I just don't like posts in houses. You can tell I probably had a post in my house, can't you? And I told the builder, get rid of that. And you know what they did? They got rid of it.
They better.
Yeah, no more posts.
Another thing is like steps.
Okay,
And not
yeah.
so much stairs, but
Oh my
like
goodness.
you have a step or two up and then you have like
This
a
was-
step or two down.
This is supposed to be fast. This is 21 minutes now. Oh my
I
goodness.
told you it would end up.
I
being
didn't know it would
This
be.
is what we do.
Okay, so we don't like having steps in homes. If you have a little bit of a grade, an ascending grade or descending, maybe just a little bit of a ramp, but engineer the home so you don't need to use steps every day, right? Unless you just like the exercise or something. I do prefer a single level home. Sometimes it just makes sense to have a second story. That's fine. But on the level that you're on, right, there's no step down and step up and sunken room and back up again. The other day we went to a home and it was step up into the entry and then it was step down into the living. And then it was
Step up into the kitchen.
Which brings us to split level homes. A split level home. No. Do not buy one. Do not look at one. Do not think about a split level home. Ever. You do not want that. Okay, you just don't. You're not in a 70s sitcom where you just have this action going on, this dynamic of a home with these kind of half levels built in. It's just insane to have that. Like, just put it on one level. Okay? It's going to be okay. Just put your home, make it level. No steps. No steps. All right, a prominent garage.
Oh yeah.
You drive up to the home and what do you see? This big giant garage door. Like, oh, wow, look at the garage, look at that beautiful aluminum door, with the kind of colonial looking windows on it and the fake handles. Ooh, garage door. No, the side entry garage, the garage behind the home, anything you can do to not have a garage as the first thing you see when you drive to your home. The garage is not a presentation point. Not really.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a car collector and that's the biggest thing to you, but really the home, the house, not the garage, is going to be
Should be the focal point.
the focal, yeah, the focal issue, the focal, you don't want to drive up to see a big garage. You want to see that front door. You want to see that beautiful home with the windows and the inviting entry and the portico or something. Not a garage!
Okay. So the last two things that we do not like are the arched windows. Even doorways. We don't like arches in homes in general.
I think they can be done well if the arch is high enough and if it's long enough. But if it's just like a 12-inch, like a foot thick arch that's obviously just been kind of tacked on into a home to create a motif, and it's not a real entry, it doesn't have that feeling of a space. It's just kind of this veneer of an arch. You put an arch into a window to try to make it look more decorative or something, and it just ends up looking like a fail. especially when you got those windows in there with the fake mullion inside the glass, like the dual glaze window with the fake mullion inside. Don't get those. Don't.
Those are very dated now.
But they still have them.
For sure.
They still have them.
Yeah.
Why? Well, you can wash the windows, right, on both sides without having the mullion interrupting the cleaning process or something. But I think just mullion in general, just you don't need the division. You don't need all these separate lights in your windows. Maybe some people like that. It is higher maintenance.
People are looking up the word mullion now. But anyways, last thing, untrimmed windows. That seems to be a thing now, that builders don't put in the extra effort and money to trim windows. It used to be a thing. All the windows had, you know, the windowsill and stuff.
You left
and
one
now
out.
It's just,
You forgot one.
what is it? Oh, mason jars. Of course it's over. We all knew it would be over as fast as it came in. It was just too big of a hype thing. So now it's just...
Would that go along with farmhouse, the mason jars? Right?
Yeah.
Kind of
I think
related,
they
right?
were kind of
Sorry guys, we didn't do the
around the same
subcategory under farmhouse with the mason jars. I personally like drinking out of a mason jar because it's just a large, ample sized jar where you can get a good big glass of ice water. And you know, if you're really working hard one day and you're sweating, you just like that big jar full of water. There's other types of glasses and jars.
This is my complaint about those kind of jars.
Yeah.
So you can get them with the regular top, which is not easy to clean.
Yeah.
Or you get the wide mouth. The wide mouth is definitely necessary if you're
But yeah,
going to be drinking.
you don't want
out
to
of
be
them.
taking mason jars and putting your knickknacks in them, or you know, putting your decorative jars out with plants. I don't know what do you put
It's
in?
amazing, really, though, what they were coming out with. I mean, I just saw them at Target the other day. They're mason jars, they're decorative, and I've had these before. They have the plastic lid with the straw. It's kind of cool, but if you're out with that thing and you drop it, that's a big problem.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of things that are out. How about something that is going to be out very soon? And we'll just leave you with this last one. And again, we're going to get some hate mail, probably. No.
We'd love to get hate mail.
So send me some hate mail.
That means somebody's watching.
Okay, when you see a fashion trend or a surge of something that's coming really strong and really fast and in high, what would you say, a high volume or a large quantity of this style all appearing at once and pushing so hard, we're seeing a real big push with gray design, gray flooring, gray cabinets, gray wall paint, just a whole gray house with some white, you know, maybe some white walls, but just, I mean, we're seeing homes on the market here in Arizona, and then they're often called flips, right? And that's not the most friendly word, but just homes that are quickly turned around, and they're just coating them with gray. And we think that that is going to be really looked upon in the next few years. I think it's going to be something that,
It's already.
you remember that period where
It's already.
remember that period where they were putting gray into all the homes and just graying everything out?
That's
And
how I feel.
remember
about
that? Did you hear the expression "gray is the new beige"? Right?
They
So
call it grayish,
grayish.
actually.
So
And that's actually what we live in, is complete gray.
yeah, you can
And
see the wall behind us is gray, and that's
it's too much.
It's the way it was when we moved in, and we'll probably need to tone it down and just lighten it up. We don't want to live in a battleship, right? Just this kind of minimalist, colorless, lifeless gray, this pallid gray.
Yeah. It's so trendy.
So it's really great to share with you guys today on design styles that are out. Hopefully we didn't overwhelm you. And please like and subscribe. We hope to have more of you tune in and share with your friends. Thank you.